One of Malawi's climate change experts has hailed communities living around Dowa Hills for use of their indigenous knowledge in relation to harvesting, processing, marketing, and storage of edible caterpillars, known locally as Mphalabungu. Our reporter Emmanuel Tuwala endured the rough hilly terrain of Dowa Hills to get to Chilondola village in traditional authority in Sagambewa to find out how communities are integrating the land use for grazing and the source of caterpillars.
The commonest and most esteemed edible insects throughout sub-Saharan Africa are winged termites, called inswa olongumbi in local language, and edible caterpillars. Scientists have noted that many types of edible caterpillars are known by local communities who consume them by specific names which sometimes relate to the host plants. In Malawi, Mphalabungu is one of the most common edible caterpillars, which also has a wide market value. These are community members from Chilondola village in Group Village Kamboni under TM Sakampewa in Dowa Hills collecting Mphalabungu early in the morning because they are easier to spot and harvest. Perhaps they are also less active and not hiding. While these caterpillars are a delicacy and a good source of income, the communities lament that they are fast becoming scarce due to habitat fragmentation.
I advise people around that place because it's only that place which Mphalabungu is found, because they keep Chilengedwe. Down here we don't have caterpillars because there is no such type of grasses as we found to that place.
The communities have, however, developed a strategy of conserving hills for grazing livestock and also as a source of Mphalabungu, which is a clever way of integrated land use. Professor Sosten Chota, one of the climate change analysts, observes that community members have some knowledge of life cycle, although they do not know for sure the number of days of the life cycle.
Yeah, basically these caterpillars, locally known as Mphalabungu, are part of the ecosystem, and we wanted to show that if you have a mosaic of habitats, then you are going to have opportunities in terms of the benefits that you get from nature. So here we have seen that this must have been a forest in the past, but now it's in the process of regeneration. So it's got quite a lot of grasses growing, shrubs growing, and some smaller trees that are just regenerating, and that has created an opportunity for the butterflies that lay their eggs on the specific plants here, and also having the type of grass that the caterpillars will feed on once they hatch from the other plants. So it's an example of an ecosystem integrity, and maybe in terms of our natural resource management, we need to make sure that while we are farming, we should create a landscape that has a mosaic of different habitats to serve different purposes.
Some people think edible caterpillars have the potential of being pests, but perhaps the build-up of population late in the rain season may be one of the reasons why they are not considered crop pests, because they stick to the grasslands, and even if they stray into maize fields, the maize will most likely be beyond threat. Emmanuel Tuwala, MBC News, Dowa Hills.
Quite an interesting story.